I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman trying to kill herself. She says, I don't know why I tried to do this, and by way of explanation, tells her life story. We are in book 2. Previously, in Do the Wrong Thing, Ava experiments sexually, goes to a rock concert, and wishes she could leave sanity. I'm going to read an edit to the floor captain piece from last week and then continue to the next chapter, and I'll put my questions at the end. Rewrite of the floor captain Piranacene. Macklin parties happen on the boys' floors. At one of these, the biology student who asked me to dance at the pub watches me from a doorway. Then he approaches to say hi, but afterwards merely stands beside me, mute. He's tall, thin, and good-looking, but his silence is irksome. We're in a group of 4, listening to a lanky, gregarious redhead with the imposing name of Bradford Manchester. I'm watching the boys' floor captain, a handsome, dark-haired grad student who's in a band. I think he's watching me too. He is. At the end of the night, he invites me back to his room. You can sit down, he says, motioning to his bed as he closes the door behind him. The light over a fish tank on his desk provides the only illumination. I sit. He stretches out beside me and pats the bed, smiling. I grimace, though it's supposed to be a smile, and heart pounding, lie down. He leans over and kisses me. I try to kiss back, but my mouth is dry. Just past my foot, I can see the glowing green murk of the fish tank and the royal blue paperback with its bright red, stylized human in the bottom corner, propped prominently in front of the tank. The book is Catch-22. I suppose it's meant to be a witty comment on the tank's lone occupant, a grayish lump of piranha staring out at us, mouth open. But does this guy even know what a Catch-22 is? Catch-22s are subtle, mind bends. They're surreal, like you can't believe what's happening and you can't see a way out of the situation. Holding a dangerous fish captive in a tank is not a Catch-22, even from the animal's point of view. I think the real purpose of the book is to say, ooh, look at me and my hip reading material. The floor captain stops kissing me. He sits up. I've got an early class, he says. Okay, I say. I've barely moved since we started this, foreplay? Honestly, I've been trying to kiss him. He is handsome. He's studying law and he's in a band. All the girls would be so jealous. My body, it won't obey. Catch-22. Catch-22. I'll call you, he says. He doesn't. And then the next chapter is called Patching. So there's a bunch of stuff between this piece and the next chapter. The last piece is the part where she's going crazy listening to the Doors at her home. For a brief second, my feet leave the ground. I panic, push my way back down, and hold tight to Ivan's hand. Otherwise, it's a rush. There's no work to do to stand upright. I hold tight to Ivan's hand, though. With his other hand, Ivan holds his camera over his head and snaps indiscriminately towards the stage. We're so close. I can see the sweat arc through the air when Pete Townsend windmills his arm. I see him and, what's his name, Roger Daltrey, lock eyes before launching into the bridge of teenage wasteland. Afterwards, or maybe before, I can't really remember. In my room, Ivan and I mess around, clothes on. Like the band on their second farewell tour. We're not back together. It's not me. She's attractive, but differently attractive. She looks horsey, patrician. I know I'm still fat. Farnia has merely hid that with makeup. The woman staring at me from the mirror, and she is a woman, not a girl, is worldly, but not in a weary way, more like a tennis player or future lawyer. I've never worn this much makeup in my life. I sleep in the makeup. I wear it to class the next day. My philosophy professor keeps calling on me to answer questions, keeps looking over at me. I'm sure the whole class notices. The professor is a suave, older man. All the girls have crushes on him. He is attractive, but he knows it. That's what I don't like. Nonetheless, it's flattering when he gives me attention. That night, I finally washed my face. The evening before, my floor captain, Farnia, a jolly, overweight Persian, asked me if she could do my makeup. I'm not sure if her intent was to nudge me away from my rocker chick, jailbait look, or if she merely wanted a model. She said she trained as a cosmetics artist. 4 or 5 of us sat around. a group of girls watching while she talked and painted. I can't see the room or who the girls were. I can barely remember Farnia, in fact. I still feel the heat around my heart, though, when I think of her. Her attention and kindness transcend time, space, and materials if human physiognomy is material. Where is Persia? I ask. I think Persia is from a long time ago, like it doesn't exist anymore. Well, it used to be Persia, she says, the country my parents are from, Macedonia. Macedonia also sounds like a country that doesn't exist anymore. Is that like near Saudi Arabia? No, it's a small country surrounded by mountains between Greece and Bulgaria. I try to picture it. Greece? Persia? I thought Persia was Arabs, the desert, all that. Persia used to be a huge empire, she continues, studying my face. She doesn't do it in a reading thoughts way, though, like my mother. It's weird how you can tell the difference between someone looking to read thoughts and someone examining surface. It expanded into Macedonia, she continues. My family are descendants of the Persian people, but they stayed in Macedonia once the Persian Empire shrunk. I see a map with old-timey, scrolly writing. Macedonia, it says, across a country surrounded by mountains. A pink color, square, like Iraq, sends out tentacles that move like water rivulets. They stream through the mountains, engulf Macedonia, then recede. Farnia applies creams. Everyone compliments my hair, my eyes, my lips, my two huge lips. I don't believe them. They're being nice. Her creams and brushes are, honestly, how they feel against my skin. I can't think of anything. The foundation is, I want to say butter, but it's not oily. And the brushes are not like any paint or cosmetic brush I've ever used. I guess they're sable or something really high end. If soft was soft and then soft again, that might be what they feel like. I am butter. More butter is being spread onto me, or a clump of butter, softened to the perfect consistency between hard and too soft, being spread on bread or a bagel, anticipating how it will feel in my mouth. I am copious and free with the butter, not too much, but not a little either. Or is it cream cheese on bagels? Butter icing on chocolate cake. Cream cheese and butter icing. Whipped cream and cream cheese icing flavored with orange on angel food cake like my mother used to make for my birthday. The foundation hides my skin completely. I'm spring grass under an unexpected but fresh and perfect layer of snow. A surface primed for paint. Farnia is hiding me. Is this moral? The church has no rules against women using makeup, but there's no way I'd put this much foundation on every day, not even on weekends. Everyone looking at me doing double takes. If I did it, it would be vain and a lie. I'm not a tennis playing law student. The makeup I wear reveals me, rural, poor. It also makes me look young. The Catholic Church likes young. The makeup I wear isn't necessary. I mean, here at Birmingham, I don't have to wear makeup. I could stop wearing it, but I need to meet all the requirements. It's bad enough that I'm at Birmingham studying English. Oh, you're the Macklin Hall babe, the boy in the study hall says. What? You live in the basement of Macklin Hall, right? Yeah. He grins. I join a table of Macklin Hall students in the cafeteria. Are you here for your MRS degree? A guy asks. I look at him, not understanding. Everyone looks at me silently. I puzzle it out. MRS, Mrs. I stare coldly, furiously. I don't say anything until he stops smiling and looks away, embarrassed. Someone laughs and the tension breaks. I never sit with him again. First year syllabus: comparative literature, introduction to philosophy, introduction to Greek and Roman mythology, introductory French, British literature, 20th century, American literature, 20th century,